What if the greatest empire the world had ever known had never existed? What if the land of pyramids, pharaohs, and hieroglyphs was erased from the tapestry of time? What if the river that should have been never flowed? Our adventure begins in a universe so close to our own and yet so different. It is here that the great Sahara Desert stretches eastwards, unbroken, a relentless sea of sand that devours all before it. Mesopotamia thrives, but something vital is missing, its counterbalance. No exchange of architecture, astronomy, or theology. No grand obelisks to pierce the heavens or temples to house captured starlight. No mighty pyramids pierce the sky. No majestic sphinx guards their secrets. No, in this reality, these engineering marvels are born of necessity alone. For without Egypt, there is no oppressor Pharaoh, no Ramses whose heart grew cold, no Moses daringly confronting him. The notion of a vengeful God who frees his people from bondage loses its power. No temples precisely aligned with the solstice. No star-bound obelisks casting their shadows at noon. In a world where the river Nile never flowed, the Renaissance feels the chill of absence. Leonardo sketches machines and wonders, but he never sees a mummified corpse. The world moves forward, but it's a weaker world. An entire wing is missing, vanished into the sands of time. No golden masks of the dead stare back. No obelisks whisper tales of pharaohs. No book of the dead offers glimpses into the afterlife. This void stretches from Cairo to the world, a testament to a glorious past that never was. In the absence of the river Nile, there is no Tutankhamen to capture young imaginations, no Cairo to serve as a bridge between Africa and the Middle East. That something magnificent once might have stood there on the edge of time, had the Nile ever flowed. So ends our journey through a world where the river Nile never flowed, where the legacy of Egypt is a whisper in the wind, a memory almost grasped but forever out of reach. The world we know is shaped by countless rivers, each with its unique tale to tell, but few can boast a history as rich and as influential as that of the Nile. The Arabic language and culture shift westward, finding new anchors. Africa's geopolitical story takes a different path. Missing a keystone nation, the Suez Canal never cuts through the isthmus, reshaping global trade routes and blurring continents. Tourism in Africa is forever altered, deprived of the allure of ancient wonders. Historians piece together the early days of humanity from Mesopotamia and the Indus Valley, but a vast part of the human story is lost forever. Humanity knows less about itself, its heritage dulled, its potential stunted. The very idea of civilization is narrower, its foundation shaken. Anatomy remains poorly understood without the preserved Egyptian dead, delaying medical progress without Egyptian influence. The Enlightenment limps along, its philosophical sparks fewer, its scientific leaps less grand. The Meons cut off by vast oceans remain the sole experts in celestial math, their calendar the most accurate in the world. He discovers no sphinx, no hidden tombs, no Rosetta Stone to unlock ancient secrets. His scholars return empty-handed, bearing witness to nothing. No Egyptomania grips the 19th century, no exotic muse for artists, writers, and architects. The world is poorer, its imagination uninspired, but their knowledge lacks the polish of Egyptian refinement. The Islamic Golden Age, lacking Egyptian influence on medicine and optics, is delayed. Alhazen's Book of Optics misses its Egyptian predecessors, pushing the scientific method's birth further into the shadows. Thus, the universe unfolds more slowly, its mysteries less understood, its patterns less defined. Without the precise mapping of the heavens, navigation is less accurate, trade routes less efficient, and exploration delayed, the very foundations of modern science are shifted. Islam, centuries later, may never reference Egypt as a symbol of oppression and enlightenment. The Kaaba, the direction of prayer, might be altered. Mecca's status as the holiest city could be challenged, and the Hajj, the pilgrimage to Mecca, might be redefined or even replaced, all because the memory of pharaohs and pyramids is absent. The course of Abrahamic religions forever changed. No parting of the Red Sea, no pillar of cloud or fire to lead the way. The ancient Israelites wander the desert, their story unwritten, their trials unsung, without the shadow of pyramids looming over their journey. The cultural crucible that gave birth to Judaism, Christianity, and Islam is incomplete. The theological narrative of struggle and salvation lacks depth, its meaning altered. No Rosetta Stone emerges to unlock the secrets of ancient tongues. No Shanpoyong to decipher the whispers of the past. Without the light of Alexandria to guide them, the Renaissance is delayed by centuries, its brilliance dimmed. Greece, deprived of early Egyptian geometry and profound thought, struggles with abstract math. Pythagoras journeys to Babylon instead of Egypt, and his theorem remains localized, its wings clipped. No grand library stands as a beacon of knowledge. No museum of the ancient world houses treasures from across the globe. Instead, dusty clay tablets hold knowledge close, whispering tales of a world untouched by Egyptian brilliance. No engineers dared to dream of such grandeur, no pharaohs sought immortality in stone. Without the Nile's blessings, no grand gallery echoes with the whispers of eternity. No king's chamber conceals untold riches. No vast burial grounds tell stories of forgotten pharaohs. The architectural marvels that inspired millennia of creators remain unimagined, leaving the world devoid of wonders. No wise priests to interpret the language of the cosmos, or pharaohs who embraced the divine spark within them. No ideological rivalry to push innovation forward. No great libraries filled with scrolls and papyrus. Only clay tablets, their knowledge enduring longer, but confined by fragility and weight. For in this altered reality, cuneiform stands alone as the dominant form of writing, an unchallenged monarch of clay. Papyrus, the child of the Nile, is never born, and thus knowledge travels slower, more precious words etched in clay rather than inked on paper. No mighty river dares interrupt its slumber, and without the life-giving Nile, the fertile crescent curls tragically like a broken finger, its eastern edge forever barren and silent. No Kemet, no land of the black soil. Egypt never rises. Join me now on a journey through a reality where the mighty Nile never watered the fields of the richest kingdom in the ancient world. A world where the legacy of Kemet, the cradle of civilization, was never left behind. And the world waits patiently for a civilization that will never come. But how does a world without Egypt alter the course of history? Let's begin our journey back in time. 3000 BCA, Mesopotamia alone. In this alternate timeline, without the guiding light of Egyptian wisdom, the torch of early civilization flickers dimmer. Furthermore, the concept of divine kingship, a cornerstone of Egyptian belief, remains confined within the scattered tribes. There are no god-kings with sun discs resting upon their brows, no Ra or Aten demanding reverence. Religion is splintered, fragmented among numerous small pantheons. No convergence into grand narratives, no monotheism emerging to stumble into prominence. The great empires of antiquity, Greece and Rome, feel the absence keenly. Without Egypt's guiding presence, they forge ahead with ideas delayed, innovation stunted. 2500 BCA, the pyramidless world. On the Giza Plateau, the wind whispers through empty millennia. Rome eventually builds aqueducts, Yes, but not because of any Egyptian influence. Not inspired by the grand irrigation systems that tamed the deserts and fed millions. 01 CE, a Messiah without an Exodus. Imagine the biblical narrative, but with a crucial detail missing, the Hebrew Exodus. Jesus still preaches, but without the backdrop of Egyptian captivity. Many of his parables lack historical depth. Science without stars. Picture the night sky, not adorned by the constellations charted by Egyptian astronomers. No Draco or Ursa Major to grace the velvet expanse. 1500 CE, the long sleep. Napoleon sails south, seeking the fabled source of the Nile, only to find endless sand and silence. 2025 CE, the echo of absence, the river that should have been. Now imagine a museum, its hallowed halls echoing with silence.